In a sun-drenched house filled with laughter and chaos, Laura stood in the kitchen, her hands deep in soapy water. The kids played in the living room, their joyous squeals punctuating the silence that enveloped her heart. Across town, Mark, her husband, reveled in a lavish dinner with another woman, blissfully unaware of the world he was neglecting. Laura had tried. She had tried to rekindle the romance, planned weekends away, and even attempted to confront him about his growing distance. But every time she reached out, he was more captivated by the allure of new faces, forgetting the very vows they once shared. "He'll come back," she whispered to herself, convincing herself that the handsomeness that drew her to him would eventually draw him back. Months turned into years of empty promises and neglected children. Laura had grown weary of waiting for a change that never came. One evening, after yet another fruitless argument about his absences, she finally spoke the words that had been aching to escape her lips. "I can't do this anymore, Mark. I'm done." The tears that streamed down her face mirrored the weight in her chest. "You don't care about us, and it's time I put the kids first." With her heart pounding, she packed their belongings and left the life they built behind, vowing to create a better future for her children. Mark didn't even fight back. He was too lost in his own world, too blinded by his pride to see the wreckage around him. With determination, Laura found a job as a clerk at a real estate company. Each day, she juggled work and parenting, her nights filled with lessons and bedtime stories. Her children blossomed under her care, thriving despite the absence of their father. Mark's life, meanwhile, began to crumble. As the years passed, the money that had once attracted women dried up, and with it, so did his friends. Loneliness gnawed at him like a persistent hunger. He remembered the laughter of his children, the warmth of Laura's embrace, the family dinners that felt like a distant dream. Regret flooded in as he recognized the path he had carved, a lonely, empty existence paved with poor choices. Months later, Mark gathered the courage to approach Laura at a local park, where she was watching their children play. "Laura," he said, his voice a mix of desperation and hope. "I know I've made mistakes. I'm ready to change, I promise." Laura turned, her eyes sharp and piercing. "Mark, you're their father, and that will never change. But it's too late for us. You had your chance, and you wasted it. I've built a life for our kids, and they deserve better than your empty promises." Mark's heart sank. "But I want to be part of their lives," he pleaded. Laura softened, just for a moment. "You can be. Just show up. Be the man they need. It's not too late for you to change, but it's too late for us." With that, she walked away, leaving Mark standing there, the weight of his choices heavy on his shoulders. He watched as Laura joined the children, laughing and loving in ways he had once taken for granted. Perhaps this was his chance to finally become the man he should have always been.